Like, oh, not again.
Lead me into a topic I wanted to talk about.
What topic you want to talk about? Because I got a topic I want to talk about.
I want to talk about AWBs.
What's that?
That is an acquaintance with benefits.
Okay.
There's friends with benefits. I did not know there was such a thing as an acquaintance with benefits until a couple months ago.
What's the difference?
Friend with benefits, that's somebody where you hang out, right?
Okay.
You mess around. Sometimes when you hang out, you just hang out to hang out. Sometimes when you hang out, you mess around. An acquaintance with benefits, you are only hanging out to mess around. There is no friendly, there's no time when you are getting together to hang out where you aren't going to mess around.
Okay, so let's say you get together and do you go to a movie together? Or do you just like skip the movie and it's straight to, hey,
either
come
way,
over.
Even if you hang out for an hour prior to or an hour after, 2 hours after, whatever, every single time you hang out, you know that it is for the sole purpose of messing around. Okay. That is an acquaintance with benefits, especially if you might get to know each other a little bit in these interactions. Okay. But how much of that do you actually absorb? Because at the end of the day, you're there around. You're not there to get to know this person.
Right.
A friend with benefits, you already had a friendship, or in the midst of things, you build upon said friendship because you hang out sometimes and maybe you don't mess around this time. We just hung out and we did whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to say shit and be specific.
Play Yahtzee.
Play your guitars. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that you're into, that they're into, like that's a friend with benefits where, maybe we didn't mess around this time, but we probably won't mess around next time or, But an acquaintance with benefits is somebody where you're only hanging out to mess around. There is no like true friendship there. And when you stop messing around, no more hanging out.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Period.
I think it sounds like any of those situations, friends, acquaintances, situational ships. I mean, they all lead down the same road and they all probably end up with the same path or ending. But again, I think they all need to be rooted in honesty.
Yeah, I think it's hard in the sense, like, say you have a friends with benefits situation, but then that person starts a relationship with another person. I just think it's weird to hang out with them.
Oh,
I'm
1,000%.
I'm going to hang out like, I'm going to come meet my new girlfriend or boyfriend. And I'm over there like, it wasn't just but a couple weeks ago. I was boning her down.
Facts. And you know what? Absolutely agree.
And I'm going to wait till you guys break up so I can do it again.
Now that part I can't agree with.
What I'm saying?
But that's just me. That's just me.
Biding my time.
I've done the whole friends with benefit
I'm not going to sabotage it. That's okay.
That's funny. No, I've done the whole friends with benefit thing. I won't do that again. I don't dig it because, at least one person in the equation is catching feelings, right? Mm-hmm. It's just inevitable.
There's a whole movement out there right now stating that casual sex is just bad. It doesn't really work. And especially they say for women. Now this could be, I don't know. It's a lot of women who are saying this because saying this. I heard one woman on a podcast say it's impossible for a woman to have sex without having some emotional involvement. I mean, you can physically do it, but she was just saying the way that the body's hardwired and the hormones that come out that create various ways of emotions. I don't know if it's true or not because I'm sure there's many women who could say, oh, no, I could bang someone and not have emotions. I don't know. What do you think?
You know what?
Being a woman.
You know what, Cakes? I didn't know I had an AWB until I didn't have that AWB no more. But I really thought I was doing a good job of detaching that, right? Yeah. And it wasn't until it came to an end that I'm like, dang, like, I'm kind of actually upset that was an AWB. It wasn't even an FWB. Like, there wasn't even a friendship there, because the whole thing that brought it to a halt, as far as I know, was them assuming something was legit. That, like, if you would have looked at that and you were my friend, you would have known. That don't even sound like butter. You know what I'm saying? Right. That ain't her. Like, what are we talking about? Right. And so that's where I kind of came to the realization, like, there's a difference between friend with benefits and acquaintance with benefits. Because, like, if that motherfucker was my friend, they would have looked at that and been like, nah. And we would still be fucking to this day. I'm just kidding. But, like, at the same time, it bothered me. And I realized, like, and, you know, having gone several months, because I don't just be out there. I'm very hesitant and I have trust issues. I will admit. Having several months of not being with anybody at all, I'm like, dang, I miss that. I miss that quick cuddle session.
That's how I was saying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there is something there that you want out of it and that you're attached to, whether you, like, are in that mentality of, like, okay, no, I know we're not in a relationship. I don't have any expectation of this dude whatsoever. I'm not putting any pressure on him to be with me. But at the same time, like, I'm going to miss that shit when it's gone. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're going to get attached to something.
Yeah,
It may not even necessarily, like you said, be the person themselves. It might be something the person's providing for you that you were lacking, that you like a lot.
Yeah.
Or feel you need.
They're hella good at cuddling.
There you go.
They're great. My love tank's mad empty now. You know what I mean?
But then, and this, I guess this is the flip side to that. If you're not casually, even if you're not casually dating, you're only dating with intent, then you're always keeping your guard up until it's down. And then when it's down, does that mean it hurts even more? Like, let's just base it on our age bracket and, like, the 3-date rule type deal. So, like, if you're dating with intent, you're following the rule book, quote unquote rule book. You get to the 3rd, 4th date and it stops. Does it hurt more than if you weren't following the rule book? You know what I mean? Because you have been through the steps to start letting your guard down, and you've told them more, and they've learned more. So you feel like you're more connected, or I would think you would feel like you're more connected. Does it hurt more in that end if you only did that? Because I would feel like I couldn't always give everybody the same information. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going through the first 10 dates, that and repeating that pattern, I would just want to quit altogether. Because I would be like, no matter what, a date 5, 6, 7, it always ends. Why would I want to keep cycling through that? Why not change it up? Why not say, hey, I want a situation where it's just acquaintance or something like that? Of course, I don't think anyone, at least not myself, goes into that with intention. I think you kind of fall into that category. I think with friends, acquaintances, or any kind of extra benefits, I think you stumble upon it. I don't think anyone slaps it on the table and says, this is what we're doing.
Well,
Do you agree to
right.
these terms?
Yeah, it's usually.
It can happen. And with apps, you literally can put looking for short-term fun.
True.
Okay, but, like, you're in a situation where, minus the apps, you've met somebody organically, as you like to say.
Organically.
Okay.
Not just me. It's a lot of people in the world.
No, I know. It's a very heavy. Oh no, I haven't heard that one.
Shit, okay.
It's used heavily in the workplace too.
Not in a few months.
I just mess with you because he does.
Oh, got
it. I hear it a lot.
Getting picked on, bullied.
Right.
No, but you meet somebody outside of the dating app world. Okay. You start hanging out. You get a little bit connected, right? Okay. Neither of you puts any pressure as far as a relationship type vibe. But you are hanging out heavily. You're messing around. Where's your head at with that?
Well, I mean, again, what's your intention? Is your intention to not have a deeper relationship? Is your intention to have a casual
So you're saying
friends or
your
acquaintance?
intention at the beginning of it
You're going in with
is
the
the
intention.
full impact of where you end up.
I don't understand what that means.
So like you can go in saying, this is my intention. You're saying that because you said that's your intention, that there's no way at the end of the fucking game that it's going to be different than what you intended it to be.
No, absolutely no. It could become, your intention might be just to smash, and all of a sudden you fall head over heels in love with the person. But their intention was like, oh no, I was just to smash. Like, yeah, but you're fucking awesome. I love you. It's like, yeah, well, I'm smashing dude over there and dude over there too. Or I'm not saying that's happened to me. You know?
My God.
Or pardon me.
Escalated.
You're a sweet lady, but I'm smashing that lady and that lady too. That's what actually happened.
Shit.
But no. Of course,
yeah.
of course, it could happen. You go into it with both parties can go in with the intention of just a casual, sexual, whatever, and more can evolve because our emotions are wild and we don't have control over them. And I mean, you start all of a sudden
as much as you would like to.
Like all of a sudden, like, oh, you know what?
No.
I like this person.
And even voicing it to them, and they're like,
what's going to happen is
I'm just
that
trying
person
to be a FWB, and it's like,
well, that person
but I'm not anymore.
That person's going to go hang out with somebody else, and you're like, oh, I don't really know if I like that.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I think I like them.
Bottom line, I think, is no matter how you go into a situation, open-minded, open heart, whatever the case is, or closed, you're going to get hurt. I think that's nature, right? Isn't that just how we're built?
Bummer.
Emotionally, no party, I think, is going to come unscathed in any kind of relationship. Friendship.
That's unfortunate. That makes me
We're never going to go unscathed.
Well, no, I mean,
really even more hesitant than I already am. Great.
No, I wasn't meant to scare you.
no,
Meant
you
to
have
scare you,
we have to allow ourselves to be open to get hurt. Otherwise, you go alone. I did ask ChatGPT a question.
I bet you did.
What was it? Oh, maybe that was
What'd your girl say?
She's the only one that's been super loyal to you. But she's out there probably answering other guys' questions, just so you know.
I know.
She be Olive in their DMs.
Cheating on me, answering other men's questions, and women too. Women too? No, I don't think. Maybe I did that on a. The question was, the question was like, let's say your intention is just to have a sexual relationship with someone. In order to be honest and upfront about that, so how do you approach that? So you meet a person, you get a number, say, but you know that I don't really want to have a relationship, but I definitely wouldn't mind going out, having fun with the intention to smash, have a little bit of, bumping the uglies, as they used to say back in the day. Beast with two backs. What else did they say?
Beast of two backs?
Horizontal mambo.
Yeah, let's go back to the beast of two backs.
Beast of two backs.
Who's to say that?
It's been said. It's been said.
Gosh. Okay.
So, and the question was like, well, how do you, and then, basically it said, it gave me a great line. In fact, the line was basically what I said.
You didn't snapshot it or nothing?
No.
Oh.
But it was something like, hey, I think you're really cool. I like hanging out with you, but just so you know, I'm not really looking to get into a relationship, but I would like to see you. And,
It's not you. It's me.
Yeah, I didn't. Maybe it sounded cooler in text. I didn't seem that
no,
cool.
Again, because I lost it. I'll have to find it again. I'll ask ChatGPT again. Help me out here. But the whole point was like going into that with, you have an intention, but honesty, being honest so that you're not, so the person understands, so that you're avoiding hurting them.
Unfortunately, that honesty doesn't really change the fact when somebody's feelings are getting ramped up and you're still doing things that are feeding into those feelings, whether you're honest and saying, this isn't what I want, but we should still hang out on a regular basis. We should still on a regular basis, this, that, and the other. Those are the things, the fucking hanging out. That's what's feeding into those feelings of that person in the first place, regardless of you saying, but like, I know we're going to do this, but try not to catch feelings, okay? That it doesn't change, like your words don't really change anything at that point.
Yeah,
as honest as you are being, right?
I told you not to catch feelings.
I told you.
I told you at the start.
It's very...
I told you at the start.
Told you
But-
you catch feelings.
No.
But also, again, because we're humans,
Mm-hmm.
a person might be like, okay, yeah, I won't, but I actually already have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
No, exactly.
and I'm going to enter into this because I think I'm going to be able to
Control it.
get it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you'll eventually,
Control it, or you're gonna get to
you're
where
gonna
I'm at,
you're gonna feel it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you to feel
Yeah.
it, and then you're there.
and
And
you're pissed off, and they don't,
let's just keep your legs closed, I guess.
or keep your
Stop it.
The zipper up.
Shh.
that there it
Yeah,
is.
keep the zipper
There
up.
it is.
Keep your pants buttoned, buddy.
The brain cells were like,
Here
what?
at Seriously Lighthearted, we encourage people to be celibate. Unless you're in a serious relationship
I
with
have
someone.
been
Serious,
since
loving
August 12th.
relationship.
Celibate, buy a bit.
Wow.